Okay, hurricane season. What we're going to do here is go through a big long list of things that you and your family should be doing before the season starts to make sure that you are prepared ahead of the game and you don't have to get out in a panic to do all this stuff when an actual storm is threatening us. Meet with your family first of all, have a plan, get in touch, make sure you know how to reach each other. Have a physical place that you can all meet in case you can't get a hold of each other. And of course, make sure you got that text string and everybody knows how to get together, if you get separated as a storm is approaching and you need to communicate. That's basic number one. Know your area. In other words, check evacuation maps. If you're close to the coast or a body of water, you may be asked to evacuate. Your zone can be found at khou.com on the evacuation zone map. If you're in one of those areas that may be asked to evacuate based on the storm surge forecast, make sure you know where you are. And then as far as shelters or other safe places, think about where you would go. Do you have family in Dallas? Do you have family in Austin or San Antonio you could stay with? Give them a call. Let them know, hey, it's hurricane season. If a big storm comes, can we come hang out with you for a few days? Shelters will be named as storms are approaching. Usually it's high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools, and other safe large buildings. All right, prepare your first aid kit. So if you're on the road, got a family, man, things can happen out there. So bandages, antiseptic wipes, instant ice packs, adhesive tape and scissors. I'm going to add one thing to this list. If you got little kids, diapers, just keep an extra pack and just keep it separated. So it's always there. You can grab it and go because traffic can be snarled during evacuations. All right, prepare your home. Now, this may sound weird for folks who are inland. Turn off your home's gas and water. If you're on the coast and you're in a situation where you're going to be seeing the strongest winds or the potential for the ocean to come in and flood your home, it is a great idea to turn off appliances and turn off utilities, gas, water, and electric to avoid fire. This sounds weird, have the appropriate wrench. Well, you'd be surprised, go check. Do you know how to turn off these things? Because sometimes they take special tools to get the valve and the job done correctly. Protect your property. Anything that can be picked up by the wind becomes a projectile and can break windows and harm you or other things. So as the storm's approaching, you bring in lawn furniture, barbecue pits, bicycles, bring it in. Anything that can be blown about by the wind and do more damage. Pets. So you can take pets to shelters, but they need to be in proper crated, officially crated in a carrier. So make sure you've got those ready to go for cats and dogs and whatnot. And make sure you've got pet food set aside, just sitting there. Don't use it. Just leave it set aside, like you got those diapers set aside. So they're always there. You can just grab them and go, and then you don't have to rush out and get dog food or for the pet that you may have forgotten, if you're trying to do this in a panic. Make sure all their tags and ID is also up to date. Hurricane season supplies. So if you're staying at home, if you're inland and you're most likely going to stay where you are, this is me, this is most of us. For light, if the power's out, flashlights or battery operated lights are the best. Candles just add a new layer of danger, fire danger to the whole situation. Battery operated radio, I've got one because cell towers go down, power goes down, you're out of communication, and believe me, you are going to want to know what's going on. So get yourself a little radio that runs on batteries with an old-fashioned antenna. Get a NOAA weather radio, and you'll get the updates on the weather regardless of the power situation as well. Fire extinguisher, also a great idea to have. You'd be surprised how these things can happen. Okay, so other supplies, water. This is hugely important because as we saw with Beryl last year, it'll knock out power to a large area for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 days. It's summertime. It's going to be hot. Your body has to have water to cool itself to survive in the summertime. There's no AC. So a gallon of water per person per day is what you need to stay healthy in that type of condition. I suggest having it for 5 days minimum. And also make sure you're stocked up on non-perishable foods and make sure you got a can opener and a way to get to it. I keep a Coleman stove. You can get it at Academy. Just so I can heat up some spaghetti sauce and boil some water for spaghetti. It'll keep you going. Okay, and last but not least, your documents. So, this sounds like it's on the back burner, but really, if you've got anything important like birth certificates, social security cards, passports, insurance docs. A lot of that's online, but a lot of it is printed. Deeds, and maybe you've got some pictures that you really want to make sure you don't lose to a flood. Keep them. I keep them in a waterproof Ziploc bag. Got several of them. Some of the most precious photos that I don't want to lose, actual physical photos. Yeah, I want to keep some of those, so I've got them in a bag. And sometimes this stuff is kind of like, do I really need to do this? When a big storm is coming, when we get a real major hurricane coming in here, you will be so glad that you did all of this, because it'll allow you and your family to stay calm while others who didn't prepare are out in the panic. You can stay safe at home. You've got what you need. You can quietly, calmly pack up, make a plan, and take action to keep your family safe.